Okay, are we live? I think there's a little delay. Hello, hello, hello. I believe I'm in the right group. Let me just double check. Okay. Yay, yay, yay. Live chat of view. Okay. Miss Joyce, I am waiting for you. Let's see. I got 1 minute. Oh, okay. Hi, Patricia. I'm waiting for the makeup artist to get on, and it's 8 o'clock. It's welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so Joyce is coming. She said she had to put her grandson down. I'll give it another second or minute or two. No problem. I could hear my dog wheezing. Yeah. I hear you, Baxter. I hear you. I'm underneath these lights in my office, Patricia, and it gets hot.
Hello, hello.
Is that Miss Joyce?
Yes, hi.
Hello. Okay, you know what? I think, oh, there you are. Yay.
Yay, yay, yay.
Yay is right. Let's cheer for Joyce. Oh my gosh, when did you get in from Dallas?
Last night. Last night. Like about 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Can you
Okay.
hear me correctly or is
I
it
can hear you. You're a little light, and I've got a little bit of an echo or like a 5-second delay. So hopefully we'll be okay.
okay? And it's just us right now, I think.
Yeah, I think Patricia is on.
I see 2 participants, so
There's again, Patricia, are you still on?
oh, my screen is dirty or something. Let me see. I might need a. I don't know why it looks like that. Hold on.
There you go. I love your glasses, girl.
Thank you.
They're beautiful.
Had to.
Okay.
Can't see anymore.
Hi, LaDonna. Welcome, welcome. I believe Patricia is on as well. I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Georgia. And Joyce, can you hear that repeat or no?
No. No. But I
Okay.
do see like a line. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know where that's from.
I don't see the line.
Okay.
Oh, I do. It's probably from the lights.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Well, my name is Georgia. Welcome, welcome. This is hashtag Makeup Monday.
Yay, yay, yay.
And I've got a special guest tonight. Her name is Joyce Gutierrez. You're going to hear all about her in just a moment. I want to welcome everybody that's on. LaDonna, Pilar, Patricia. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I want to start off by saying a couple of things. Remember that when you comment in the chat, then you're entered into our product giveaway. Okay, so just tell us where you're coming from, what you're drinking, and anything, answer or ask any question that you would like to ask, especially when Joyce comes on. So by commenting in the chat, you are able to get entered into the drawing. We give away free products, so it's really pretty cool. Okay, so Joyce, I still have my delayed like about 5 seconds. So I'll talk and then I'll be quiet for a few seconds and stuff.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'll have to work on that. But okay, now that you know to comment in the chat, I also want to share with you our Thursday night at 5 and 8 p.m. and then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Okay, so these spa suites are 5 spas on one Zoom, and they are incredible. So you get to choose from Hydra Session, Age Defying, Time Wise 3D, which is called Spa Beauty, also Glamour, and our Foot Fantasy, which is pedicure and body care items. It's awesome, you guys. It's a 55-minute class, and then we all come back to the receptionist and we start a rockin' after party where we answer questions and also share a little bit about the career opportunity. And when you ask questions, you get in that product drawing as well. But okay, so here is our pink blessing envelope. It's filled with samples. Let me show you. Patricia and LaDonna, you guys. Okay, so there's information on the spas. There's instructions on how to get on. There is a strip of skincare. There's a facial peel or microdermabrasion and a foundation primer. And then I stick a sample of the CC cream inside. So, oh, there's also an opinion poll. Okay, hold on. I gotta put this stuff back in the envelope real quick so I don't mess it up. Okay, and then let me show you. So these are some of, this is one of the opinion polls. Can you see it? Okay. Okay, we have it for the foot fantasy. We have one for the glamour class, for the repair class, for the 3D, and the Hydra session. So, guests listening to the sound of my voice, I invite you Monday night, 8 to 8:35. That's where we are tonight. Tuesday night at 6 p.m. inside Rock Your Fabulous with Mary Kay. It's a Facebook group. You have to join the group or request to join the group first, and then someone will approve you. And that's a 30-minute session. And then Thursday night is our spa suites. And there's 5 spas going on at one time. You go into different rooms and we do it at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. and then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Okay, 2 Saturdays a month, Vicki and I, we call ourselves Lavender and Lace. We go live at 9 a.m., 1 hour before the spa sessions. Okay, 1 hour before the spa sessions. And I'll tell you, I would love for you to get social with me on social media. Here's my social media card. Here is my brand ambassador, side hustle, or boss babe card. And if you would like one, let me know. And I would be happy to have Pilar make one for you as well, for the consultants in our unit and for customers. I'm getting ready to send out a blessing bag to each and every one of you and invite you to do an appointment with me, either virtual or in person. So, okay. Hi, Crystal Castaneda. Hello, Christine. Hi, Laura Griffin. Hello, Nevaeh. Ooh, LaDonna is drinking some peach tea. Well, I walked away without my drink. I'm like parched for sure. I'm going to let Joyce talk here. That's for sure. Okay, let me get her accolades and let me share with you why we share our accolades. Joyce is an accomplished sales director. And whenever she speaks at a director's event, always, much like the Nationals, we introduce them, a very special time to introduce them and appreciate them and affirm them for all of their accomplishments. And I've got Joyce's right here. Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, so Miss Joyce started her Mary Kay business in 2011. She's been a director for 9 years. She's been in the Queen's Court of Sales 5 times. I bet you she has her ring on tonight. So ask her about her beautiful ring, or maybe she took cash. She's, oh my God, she's got it all. Okay, she's earned 5 career cards, has had 2 Offspring sales directors, and Joyce has been a makeup artist for 20 years. Well, shoot, she looks like 30 years old, so she must have been 10 when she started being a makeup artist, right? So listen, it is my pleasure and my privilege to introduce you to my sister sales director, my friend, my sister in Christ, Joyce Gutierrez from Fresno, California. Give her a round of applause. Let's give her some love, girls, some hearts right there in the chat. Woo!
Well, good evening, ladies. As Georgia said, I'm Joyce Gutierrez, and I am just super excited to be here with you guys and share a little makeup tips with you guys, and just um a little things I like to share background. So yes, I know it's been over 20 years, but I am hitting 45. So Mary Kay products are amazing. I've actually been using it since I was 9 years old. So you're never too young for Mary Kay.
Right, right.
um but yes, and I love everything about it. Just a little background, I've actually worked for with other companies and backstage also too, on like theater and stuff like that. But what I love, the fact that since I've started Mary Kay, it's only been Mary Kay, and I love the fact that I can actually share some tips with you guys based on Mary Kay products. And I love that people give me comparisons, questions. So if you have those questions at the end of something you've used before, and you want me to answer what it's compared to Mary Kay or what's the difference, I can actually answer any of those questions. So at the end or throughout this session, I can't see anything, so I hope Georgia helps me. I only
I'll
see
help
us
you.
two. I just love a few trips. So I know, like, if just you want me just to go into it, right, Georgia?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So the one thing that a lot of people ask me, I would like a wing eyeliner, or I like eyeliner, but I never get them like straight or together, like the same. I'm always struggling, and I wear glasses now, so I feel the struggle now. Before it was like whoop, and that was it. The swipe, and I did it in 20, 30 seconds. And now I understand when people are like, I do it and one looks smudgy and the other one doesn't. So I'm gonna take off my glasses, just so I do have an eyeliner on, and I know my I don't know why my ring light went out. It broke. So I didn't have it, fortunately, to show you guys. But there's one thing, we have gel liners and we have the liquid eyeliners, and some are not really um they can't function with them. They seem like it's a little too hard. And I like to share this tip with everybody. So this is our eyebrow pencil. I mean eyebrow brush, and it has a spoolie at the end, and we have like a angle tip, and I don't know if you guys can
Yes.
see it on the camera. And a lot of times our eyeliner, we put it on, but it doesn't give us that clean, like wing look if we like, or even that clean look that we want. Once we do have an amazing sharpener. I don't know if you guys know, on the tip of the cap of the eyeliner that we have, it's actually a sharpener, and we can sharpen it up and get that um, point that we love. So you just take off the little cap. If you guys all purchase an eyeliner, you take off the cap and it has the sharpener in there. Okay. And sometimes we see it fall off and we don't even know what it is, but I'm and we never use it, and we just think it's but yeah, it has a sharpener in the cap. So with the eyeliner, I like to, and because our eyeliners are super creamy, really relaxing to the hand when we glide it onto our eye. There's not that much. There's eyeliners in the makeup industry that you have to pull and tug on your eye. And the one thing I love about Mary Kay, they're always going to have products that are really soft on our face. We don't want to pull and tug our face because we want to stay looking young, right, ladies? So all our eyeliner is really creamy. So I just, get the brush, and I really don't worry about whether I get it straight or not, and I just glide it on, okay? Then I get the brush and I go and just get some of the product onto the brush, and then I don't tug. We back in the day, we used to go like this and pull on our eye. Worst thing I think any of us could do, because we want to keep the elasticity in our
Perfect. Yeah.
in our eyes. So what I tell everybody is, put your hand right here in the corner with your ring finger, which is the two middle fingers that we should be touching our face all the time when we're using products or skincare, correct? So we're gonna put pressure and push down, not pull. Does that make sense? Push when you push down,
Yeah.
the skin, our laxity of our eye area does get a little bit soft. So by pushing down, it's gonna tighten that area, and then we can just apply what we have on the brush. And then once you get to the
Okay.
corner, you swoop a little bit and you get your winged eyeliner. But at my age, there's an age for everything, and I love the fact that I can share this. That we don't need to look like 20-year-olds to look young. We just need to enhance where we're at right now to
Mhm.
make us look young. Does that make sense? We're not gonna do the
Yes.
stuff that they do so we can look young. We're gonna do what we need to do and tips and trades that we need to do to get that. Um, I say makeup is an illusion. If we can make the illusion that we have a wing eyeliner, that's all that matters. Okay,
Yep.
ladies? So once you get that, and then you just kind of swoop out, and I like to just get the brush or get the brush and kind of smudge it out if we're having like chocolates on. Just smudge it halfways, and any light eyeshadow that we put on our eyes, in the inner quarter to the midsection of our almond of our eye, that's gonna
Okay.
brighten it up, and it's gonna look like you have those fancy eye looks that all the young girls do in our 20s. And I'm not trying to look 20. I just want to look amazing 40s or 50s when I get there. 60s, hey, that's the
Right.
prime time. When I was younger, I was like, oh, I'm living it. No, I didn't live it. I live it now. So but I don't know what's the age group on here or not, so I'm not putting anything down. So think that when you're 20, you get it easy, right? You get to learn all those tricks and trades, and our skin still is, amazing. And then we get a little, and we need these tricks and trades for that, right? Um, Another thing that I wanted to share, and I love that it blends in skincare with makeup. Um, so I say there's no rules to applying your makeup. It's how you feel comfortable and what works for you. But one of the tips that I like doing my eyes first and then my foundation, because what ends up happening, we get that shadow of fallout sometimes and
Okay.
it's not the product. I'm going to tell you that. A lot of times people are like, "Oh, the product is just loose and it falls all over." It's the application. It's how you're applying it. So, I love the fact that we got our hydrogel patches, right? I was gonna say it in Spanish. That was so funny. Hydrogel patches. I had to look at it to say it, and to top it off, I couldn't even read it. But um, the hydrogel patches just to put under while we apply our eyeshadow. So it's giving we're doing a spa session at the same time while we're putting our eye shadows on. And as soon as we're done,
Oh,
we have that cushion on there, and then we put our primer and all the rest of the stuff that we need to put on there. Do you love that? So you have a little skincare trick on there at the same time. And
mhm.
ladies, I don't know about you, but I love pink and I love when it sparkles, and these sparkle. So
Aw.
these sparkle. So when you're doing your eyeshadow, before you put on your foundation, add the eye patches underneath and then apply your eyeshadow.
Okay.
And whatever falls off, it's okay because you're going to take it off with your eye patches. It's on top, right?
Okay.
Get it? Yeah. Am I being clear here? Do
Yep.
yeah. So you have a 2 for 1. Not only are you gonna soften your eye area, but brighten it, condition it with all the goodies that are in our
Whoop,
ingredients and our eye gel patches. You're also gonna use it as an eye patch to get all that fallout, or as a cover as to get all that fallout. So I love this. This is my
good tip.
yes. I love this. You don't even know. So I know our finishing spray is for after. I don't know what my time's at. I think I have one more. I can um um
Yeah.
the finish. We use the primer for the long wear, right? Long wear and the
Okay.
minimizing the pores, and of course the SPF that's in there. Great product, right? But in the summer, I feel like everybody says I don't wear makeup because I melt, right? I don't want to wear that much because I melt. I melt all the makeup off. We're not going to melt all the makeup off. I'm going to show you how to keep it on. So instead of putting finishing spray at the end, we're going to start with the finishing spray. We're going to do our primer, start with our finishing spray, put on our foundation, our color correctors, and our
Ooh.
primer, everything we would do normally. And then at the end, we're going to finish spraying our face again. And that's going to help you last just longer through the heat. And
Okay.
it's kind of like, I don't, I'm no claim this, but this is how I feel it, how it works. It's like sweat proof. Okay. You can be sweating and it just doesn't melt. It just bubbles and then it dries up. And you can, we used to have a refresher spray, and I just spray myself again because I'm an old school combat girl where I used to, put that back over. But then learning so much about skincare, I thought, okay, we get our powder and we go after our sweating, and we're just putting all that sweat and that environment on our skin. And just, yeah, I just rather just get my tissues,
Sure.
our blotting tissues that we have, take all the excess oil and then spray ourselves with our finishing spray again. I love that tip during the summer. It makes your makeup look fresh again. And it's so, what I love, our blushes have a little shimmer to it, so when we put the
Mhm.
finishing spray throughout the day and
Mhm.
before and after, that shimmer just comes out again, so you look like you have a fresh new look. Now, I can tell you all these are tips, but the great part is that you try it. And with Mary Kay, you get to try everything. It's 100% guaranteed. So remember that. Okay, ladies? Do you have any questions?
Oh my gosh. Great, great. Oh my, great tips, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's affirm Joyce and comment in the chat one or two things that you learned, kind of that you're taking away from our session. And those of you who have a question, maybe 2 or 3 people, comment in the chat your question and I'll watch it so that I could read it to Joyce. We'll take a few moments here.
Alrighty.
Susan says she really can't get by without the finishing spray.
Right? And then you have to, and then once Susan, applies it before,
Yeah,
after, and then having the blotting tissues. I don't know if Susan's a consultant or a guest. Like having those tissues, even though you're not oily, we sweat, and it creates some type of oil, whether you're normal combination or some type of oil comes extracts from your skin during the summer. So
absolutely.
just using that just to absorb anything from the environment, and then spraying yourself, you feel like you put on powder but you didn't, and it's a skincare makeup tip, right?
Absolutely. And a little tip, guys, as some of you guys prepare another question or two for Joyce, you can use it on your armpits. You can use the finishing spray on your armpits before the deodorant, and it really, really works. And especially if somebody like gets the yellow stains or whatnot, that will help with that. And then, your boobies, your girls, you can lift, how we sweat. You lift them up, spray it with the finishing spray, and then lift the other one, spray it underneath there. It will help as well. One other tip, girls, would be to take some extra emollient night cream, some hand softener, whatever you want to call it. I'm old school like Joyce. I call it extra emollient night cream. Just take a little dab on your finger and right here in the corner, and it will help for your makeup. Like if your eyes water, it will repel that. It won't, sometimes like when I get out of church, I've got a space where I don't have makeup because I've been crying. But extra emollient night cream right there, just a dab. Don't rub it in, nothing, just touch right there. And that will repel the tear and whatnot. But let's see if we've got some other questions. Let's look.
Perfect.
Okay, Laura likes your finishing spray tips as well. Okay, LaDonna or Christine or Patricia or Crystal, do you guys have any questions for Joyce? Or Melissa? Who has a question? Real quick, comment in the chat.
Or a comment.
Yeah. Don't be embarrassed. Ask your question. Melissa, do you have a question? Okay, I see that Candace is on as well. Okay, I have a question for you, Joyce.
Okay.
Tell me, what's the best tip you have to keep your lipstick on? Now, you just got back from seminar. You were on the big stage and you probably went to eat something afterwards. How do you keep your lipstick on? Share with the girls your tips.
Okay. So I the one thing that I love the fact that you know I don't know if you guys like a glossy finish or a matte finish, whatever finish you like. The one thing I love is that the tip that I'm going to share right now, it doesn't matter what finish you love, whether you add on gloss or just a semi matte or the matte lipsticks. Okay,
Okay.
I apply my lip liner, I fill up my whole lip, and I fill it up 3 to 4 times. So I go over it with lip liner. Then I go
Okay.
over with lipstick and then the gloss. And since I have layers, I count how many times I've dabbed my lip to really create how many times I'm going to have to reapply.
Uh-huh.
But that's what I do. The primer is something I use. The lip primer is something I use daily. So that also helps, lady. Any makeup you want to look its best, skincare is where you start first. And our lip primer is our skincare, I don't know if you still have any, like, um, but that. And so I apply lip liner. I put 3 or 4 layers on, and then I apply my lipstick, and I don't just put one swipe. I actually put 2 layers. It's a layer method. So, and then if at the end I put one shade like gloss. And if anything, the only thing I really do apply is the gloss. Is it going a little bit? There's a delay?
Yeah, there is a delay, and it's driving me batty. But okay, so it sounds like the biggest thing you would say is to layer that lip.
Layer it.
From the lip liner, fill in 3, 4 times, kind of fill in, and then lipstick, and then lip gloss. Is that correct, Joyce?
Mhm. And when I eat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've learned over the years, just health wise, that it's bad to eat um to eat with a how to explain it, like where you eat and you pull with your lip. You know how we pull with our lip. So try to pull with your teeth instead of your lip. Because we get spoons and we're like, we're like, so I've noticed that. So
Oh,
pull with your teeth, like if you're eating salad, like pull it off the fork with your teeth and not your lip, because that's what makes it come off, and. I know straws are bad for our cheeks and the lines around our lips, but if you drink, like if you're drinking water at lunch, ask for not ice. Ice is what's going to cause us to for our lipstick to come off. So ask it without ice. Cool, but not without ice. And I know like if you're drinking water, the water at room temperature is a lot healthier for you than actually cold. So it'll keep the bloating coming down. So not only makeup tips, we're going to talk about tips. Ice
I
cold water.
love it.
Ice cold water creates bloat. I When I really learned that, because I love ice water, I was like, why do I always have a little, tummy? Well, I found out it's because of the ice water. And so, and the ice water is actually what causes you to get a napkin and having to dab your lip. So that would help too.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, if you guys have any other questions, be sure to comment in the chat. I'm going to close with a couple of things, and I'll be sure to look at the comments in case somebody has another question for
Okay.
Joyce. But I want to ask you 3 true or false questions. Number 1 is Mary Kay's products are 100% guaranteed by the company. Is that true or is that false? Comment in the chat. And the second one is, have you ever, I just want to ask you a question. Have you ever gone more than 2 days without washing your face? Be honest, you guys. Come on, be honest. Comment in the chat if you've ever gone more than 2 days without washing your face before you go to bed. Oh my gosh. Wait till you hear all about what happens to your skin at night when you don't wash your face. That's going to be on my next hashtag Makeup Monday. We're going to talk about the 5 mistakes women make with skincare at night. Okay. And then last but not least, does Mary Kay do any animal testing on their products in the United States? Is it yes or is it no? Comment, comment, comment. Let me take a look. Okay, I see everybody's answers. And of course, nobody put 1-2 true, 2 dash false. So I'll read them. Okay, so the first one was, are our products 100% guaranteed by the company? Yes, absolutely, 100% guaranteed. Number two, it was a question for you. Have you ever gone to bed 2 days in a row without washing your face? Oh my gosh, when you learn next Monday about what happens to your skin, you're going to be like freaking out. Same thing with your teeth. Oh, what does your mouth feel like in the morning when you don't brush your teeth before you go to bed? That's a no-no. And then the last question was whether or not Mary Kay did any animal testing on our products in the United States. Mary Kay does not, and 39 of 40 Mary Kay companies in other countries, 39 other countries do not test on animals. One does, it's China, and that's because it's their law. We are lobbying against that to change that, but we do not test on animals. You guys, thank you for joining us tonight. And let me just close by appreciating Joyce. Let's appreciate her. Give her some hearts in the chat. Share with us your takeaways in the chat. It's so much fun for the speaker to know what you learned. And that's how we affirm her. But I want to leave you with this information. I want to challenge you to reach out to somebody today. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a sibling, a cousin, a college buddy. Maybe you haven't talked to them in a long time. Maybe you just need to check in on your neighbor. We are better together. And I leave you with this. What would you do with a little or a lot of extra money? Could you benefit from these products from your head to your toe as a brand ambassador? Or what would you do with an extra $300, $400, $500 a month? Did you know that it takes almost $450 a month more to live now than it did this time last year? And why is that? Gas prices, oh my gosh, over $5 a gallon, right? Especially in California, right? Now, if a family's budget was, say, $250 a month for gas, it's now $500. Not anything that they're doing, but because the prices have gone up. What about groceries? Groceries have gone up. What is a gallon of milk now? What is a carton of eggs? I paid a lot of money for one avocado. If I didn't have family coming over and I promised that I was making this beautiful salad, I wouldn't have bought the avocado. But I told them I was, so I did, right? And so just our groceries and our gas are that much more today than they were this time last year. So what could you do with a little or a lot of extra money? And then, ladies, I don't want to give you a piece of the pie. I want to share with you the entire pie. You can do this business as a boss babe. That is a woman like Joyce and myself who wants to take advantage of the freedom to do business with whom we choose, wherever we choose, in the United States, Puerto Rico, Guam, or the US Virgin Islands. We also want to take advantage of the flexibility to generate an income based on our desire, our willingness to work, our work ethic, and not what someone else determines that the job is worth. So I invite you to join our Mary Kay team, whether it's as a customer and you want to purchase some products that maybe Joyce talked about today, or maybe you're looking for something to generate extra income, a little or a lot, something that you can do with and around your family, your commitments like work, school, your community like church, and giving back. I invite you to consider being a customer or a consultant. It's a $30 holler. We call it a $30 holla to start a business with Mary Kay. That's a virtual start. You get a free website and you get a credit card processing account. Now, should you choose to start with the starter kit bag, it's right here behind me and I can't lift it up without knocking this ring light over. So I apologize. But It's a Chanel inspired bag. It's black. It's soft leather. It's filled with over $450 in sellable product. The intention, right, Joyce, is that they would use those products to demonstrate on customers. Okay. There's mirror trays, there's beauty books, there's everything you need to get started, to start your very own business where you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. You guys, we get together 6 times a week, twice on Thursday. You can do this business in person, face to face, heart to heart, or you can do this business virtually and let the directors do the work. You just have to invite people, enough people that some get on, right? And we share everything with them, the products and the career. Or you can choose to do this business hybrid. That's where you do a little in person and a little virtual, just like Joyce and I do. Ladies, I hope you've had a wonderful time. I'm going to check to see if there's any other questions. Everybody is saying thank you, Joyce, and they love your tips and tricks. And I want to say thank you. Remember, we're better together.
Right.
Reach out to someone today and let them know that you care. I care and you count. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Thank you, Joyce.
You're welcome. Here's the ring again. Get excited.
Oh my gosh, that's just beautiful. And I'm trying to hit stop and I'm not doing it.
It's okay.
Hold on. Okay, here we go.
I think it stopped.
Yes, it did. Got it. It did. Hey, Joyce, thank you. Thank you. Do you have any questions of me?
No. I just, I was kind of like, my grandson started getting a little upset at the end. So I was like trying to get the computer on. Haven't turned on the computer. I've been doing everything from my phone. But
Oh my gosh. Well, welcome home. I'm glad you're back. I leave on Monday, and thank you for being a part of our connection tonight.
yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.